Hello Libra, welcome to Creators on the Crest. I'm Stephanie, this is Blazer the Morkie, and we're here bringing you your reading for the next 10 days. So today we're going to pull a card for your overall energy. We're going to take a look at your energy specifically, the energies of the person, situation connected to you, and then how those energies mingle and dance in the middle. We'll close it off with an oracle card for the Libra collective. We always keep in mind these are general readings, so take only what resonates and be sure to leave the rest. You can check out your sun, moon, rising, and north node readings for additional context and texture. And then I won't go into details today because I'm getting ready to go on a business trip, but I would like you to look at the description below, check out all the cool links, see if there's anything you're interested in, and go from there, right? So like, share, subscribe, all the good stuff. Let's get your overall energy here, Libra, and we'll get into your reading. Ah, this one here is sticking out. Ooh, how interesting. You got number 38, and it says mystery, dark matter. Now, for some of you, I am picking up that 38 is an age of importance, whether you've already passed that age or coming up on it. But we've got mystery here. So your energy could be that right now where it is seeking, and it is seeking something from the darkness or something that currently eludes you. But let's see what's going on in this connection. On your side, you get the Ace of Wands, the Nine of Wands, and the Justice card. And the Justice card came up in reverse, Libra, which is interesting. That would be kind of not aligned with your natural energies because the Justice card is Libra. And I was pretty certain I had all these cards upright in this deck. So I'm going to leave it as is, and we're going to see. We're going to clarify on that energy where it's something unjust. So you could be dealing with something right now or trying to transform something that feels like it's an injustice, and perhaps that has to do with why there's mystery here and something is not clear. For the person connected to you, they get the Emperor, the Nine of Pentacles, and the Ace of Cups. This person, to me, kind of feels like possibly has been dealing with matters of the ego, maybe having been on a little bit of a power trip. I feel that they could be imbibing a little bit in a luxurious lifestyle. I'm not saying they didn't earn it. They do have the Nine of Pentacles here, but it's almost like that fine line between someone living the luxurious life, but there's that fine line of authenticity that runs through as a current, as a thread, and they're like straddling that, okay? That's what it feels like to me. They could be on the lookout for new love coming in with this Ace of Cups. At times, I kind of get the feeling with them being maybe possibly more in the egoic energy that they're looking outside of themselves instead of within for that. And that may be a little bit of a misstep for them. Now in this connection showing me as one that needs a lot of healing. We have the Four of Swords and the Eight of Wands. And it needs it now. Okay, so if healing isn't taking place between you, Libra, and this other person, perhaps they wronged you. And that's why you're showing me an injustice here in this card. You're showing me something's not right. They didn't treat me right. They didn't come at me right. Something like that. Let me get a sip of tea here. Now, I'm going to go ahead and clarify because I think it's going to get a little juicy and interesting here. So perhaps with that mystery, some clarity will come to you today because we do have that as the overall energy. So I'll see what I can see, what your greater being and this other person's greater being will allow me to see. For the Ace of Wands, you get the Two of Pentacles and Six of Pentacles. You have this ability to really operate in this world in some really cool exchanges that feel good, where you can be in that cycle of give and receive, and it actually like feels good and balanced. In this card, she's holding, it's like a minor justice card. She's holding the scales. And I think you have some really good inspiration and some really good ideas around that. I'm feeling that maybe you're not sure exactly how to make that manifest in the world or how to execute your ideas into reality. So that may be a little bit of a pain point for you right now. But again, I feel like this will pass. I think the Yeah, the energies are moving with this. So I think the opportunity and the potential behind your inspirations will present itself. Maybe you got distracted by some behaviors of this other person here. Let's look at this 9 of Wands for you. You get the Magician, there's your magic, and the 6 of Swords. Yeah, because of something that's happened in this connection with someone that's kind of set you back a little bit, it's taken a little more time. You've had to be a little bit more resilient and a little bit more patient than possibly you've wanted to be, which is interesting because I always think Libra can kind of be a patient sign as long as they don't get too wrapped up in their heads. So what you're doing is you're embarking on this journey now where there's a new, what I want to call is tensile strength to you. It's as if you have a thicker skin, and not in a bad way. You're just more immune. You've got this tensile strength that's been added to you, and it's in the position of what you're able to make manifest in the world. So you've strengthened your position in some way, and I really like that. I like it. I feel that now maybe that and the direction you were headed energetically, even if it hasn't fully formed or manifest in the physical yet, probably may have played into what's going on with this other person. And not in a bad way, just in an inevitable kind of way as you step more into and strengthen your character, your resilience, your ability to navigate the tough tides, right? So let's look at this Justice card in reverse. So we've got some sort of injustice. You've got the 10 of Swords and the 4 of Swords. Yeah. The 10 of Swords is a heck of a lot of pain. It is the minor arcana card to like the Death card, an ending, the World card, that kind of feeling. And I think that we have a combination of things going on here. I think there was this natural progression of your evolution. It might have come out of nowhere, okay? So at least from this other person's perspective, you all of a sudden finding your strength, your empowerment, your resilience might have come out of nowhere. This person could have been used to just treating you however they want and saying whatever they want and, just acting how they act. It may be a little arrogance, maybe egoic behaviors toward you, hurtful things that required healing. We've got healing now on your side and healing as a part of the connection too. You may have brought an end to something with someone else. I do see why there's mystery here. I don't know if we can say 100% what's going to happen, but let's look into this person's energies and see what they will allow us to reveal. They've already been pretty brave to reveal that they may have some arrogance and some egoic things going on here. Maybe a little too rigid. Okay. To clarify the Emperor, they get the Empress and the 3 of Cups. Okay. I like this energy. I'm not sure where this energy is coming from for them, if it's coming from within themselves or if it's coming from external or both. It could be both. Now, I do like that I feel this person's ego may be being tamed a little bit. Sometimes a little taming of the ego through your own experiences, and this could be something they experienced with someone else, not you, not necessarily even romantic. Maybe somebody in the workplace kind of put this person in their place, called them out. Maybe they had some sort of experience like that. And I don't think it came from a bad place. Again, I think this person might just be projecting off pain, not necessarily someone who projecting off pain or fear. Maybe fear is a better word in this case, like the fear of, they seem like the kind of person who's worked really hard on their image. They've possibly, since they're on that fine line of authenticity, they may come off a little false or fake at times. Instead of getting to that place where, okay, I've worked on myself, I've worked on my image, this is how I want to express in the world, and I'm going to align authentically with it. I'm not going to try to keep up with some sort of external expectation or something like that. This person could be just going through quite a time of self-reflection. And for some of you, this could be romantic, and this person may have hurt you in the process, or you knew that they weren't being authentic to themselves in some situation and they disagreed. Some sort of disagreement perhaps. Things are looking better for this person though. So if you've been wondering, like, are they going to change? It's looking like there's some energies around them that are really going to provide that opportunity. They, of course, have to take it. They've got the Ace of Wands and the 10 of Pentacles for the 9 of Pentacles. That's a progression. That's a progression forward. So I'm going to say something, Libra, and I know this is hard. This is a hard thing, but this person, if you're no longer with them, for some of you, I think this is the case. This was once a romantic connection. You're wondering about this person. They did you wrong. They did you dirty. They did something to hurt you, right? And they've moved on in their life, and they have learned some really important lessons from the connection with you. It doesn't mean that the two of you necessarily should get back together or anything like that. It just means that maybe this person is doing okay now. And I hope at some point you would be at peace with wanting that for them, right? Ultimately, to know that we're healed within from even our trickiest of relationships and with people that did us wrong, coming to that place of neutrality and even like, you know what, our paths are not going to probably run parallel the rest of this lifetime, but I do wish them the best, and I wish that they can carry on and learn some important lessons from our experience. This could have been an experience where maybe you were a mentor or a manager and this was somebody in the workplace. That could be it as well. It doesn't necessarily have to be, the super potent romantic. This could be, a business type relationship, and you're really starting to get to the point where you're like, even though it was wrong what they did, even though they were coming forward with kind of these false, inauthentic notions, there may be this place now where they're doing better. For the Ace of Cups, they get the Queen of Wands and the Page of Cups. This is about them understanding kind of that next level of self-love. Now, this isn't vanity. They may have been a little bit vain before, a little bit showy. This is just them being themselves. And I think that possibly they were surrounded by influencers or a group of people that kind of pulled them into a place of, well, if I'll do this like the others are doing, and then that'll make me more of what I am, but it didn't really. That they are really coming back to the place where they look at themselves, they love themselves, and they have pride in who they are. Not pride as in an overly toxic kind of way, but really maybe gratitude is a better word. I do see transformation here for them, and I see it being quite nice here. And perhaps, Libra, their encounters with you have inspired that. And, if we're not going to end up being around certain people in life, even if whether it's temporary, short term, or long term, it's just nice to know that they're doing okay. When we get to that place where we've forgiven and we've resolved those energies within ourselves, which I think you have. I think you have, because you are showing me healing and more calmness on your side. For the Four of Swords, it's in the connecting energies, the healing and the connection. You bring in the energy of the Hermit. They bring in the Queen of Swords. Both of you are turned away from the healing of the connection, kind of giving me the impression that this is probably a connection that will not come back together this lifetime. But I also get a sense of peace about it, especially with what you're showing me with the Hermit, because you're in this place now where it's like you look at yourself and you're like, if something ever comes into my field that would destroy my relationship to myself or try to attack the inner wisdom that I hold within, you're saying no more. Like you're not going to have that anymore. Sometimes healing can take place when we're not in physical contact, and sometimes it is better that way. So I'm thinking you and this person are not in physical contact, and that healing is taking place, and it's meant to be that way. So if you're looking for answer about maybe you've been feeling this person's energy, their energy has come back around into your field, and you're like, oh gosh, and maybe it caught you a little off guard, and maybe there was still a little bit of a, your buttons would get pushed there with the energy. That may have happened, but I don't see the two of you requiring each other to have some sort of physical encounter. It looks like the both of you are focused on yourself. Now they have the Queen of Swords energy. I think they're really busy gaining clarity on themselves and their behavior. And so to me, that's an important part of their process there. I think if you were to try to interact with them, they would probably come off as pretty cold, or you might get kind of ghosted or like the cold shoulder. So I would just turn to that beautiful Hermit energy. That's Virgo energy. Some of you may be cuspers here, the Virgo Libra cuspers. And that may really help you in your journey, because I think this, from what I can see on your side, you have some things that you'd like to sort out in your own passions, and you've kind of paused to kind of deal with this energy, right? Well, it's just giving yourself a chance to work through it, and then getting back to what lights you up with that Ace of Wands that you got there. So for the 8 of Wands in the connecting energies, we've got the Sun coming in from your side and the 5 of Wands from theirs. Yes, I feel like if you came toward this person, even from a place of really beautiful, loving energy, well-meaning, you try to reach out to them and you try to communicate, and I just think you might be met with a little resistance or a bit of ghosting. And it's probably because this person feels and has not completely resolved maybe a sense of guilt. I think people are coming into their lives that might be helping them do that, helping them take responsibility. But when it comes to you, they would still feel quite triggered. So Libra, really it's about that Hermit and going back into your own, building your strength, that tensile strength, having a stronger resolve. I think this is one of those things you can deal with energetically. And then, leave it to the universe. If you and this person are supposed to have some sort of physical encounter down the road where you bump into each other or you have a conversation, it'll open up naturally. I feel like right now there's so much healing going on in the energetic, and the communication that's happening is also happening in the energetic. The moment you try to bring it into the physical, it's not going to work out. So just let the energy healing do its work at this time. Okay, wow, Libra, let's see what we get to close off your reading from the Super Attractor Oracle. Libra, your message from the Super Attractor Oracle is, I slow down and listen to the guidance that's available to me. And I really feel, we have angel wings here, but I feel this is the guidance of your greater being. I think it's the guidance of your own self through your own shadows and your mysteries contained within your own codes within you, because you got that Hermit there, and I find that to be very important part of your process here. And you've got some really powerful passion that wants to ignite here, and it's time to resolve some of the energies with this other person, just energetically at this time, not in the physical, just energetically, so you can light up in this new way. I feel something important is coming for you when it comes to your passion and expressing it in the world here. So some of that is still a mystery, and I get that, but your job is to just slow down and listen to the voice of your greater being. Try to ignore the human part of you that would try to reach out to this person or try to engage them in the physical world, spying on them on social media. Please, please, Libra, avoid all of that. Let it go. And let the universe handle that and really focus on what you've got going on here. Libra, thank you so much for joining. It was my pleasure to do this reading, and I look forward to seeing you next time.